Good morning. Debbie Ramsey has not had a major makeover, but she is not able to join us this morning for this. But good morning. My name is Ben Holquist, and I use he, him pronouns. I serve as one of your Board of Trustee members, and I'm happy to welcome you all on Zoom and in the sanctuary to the Tahoma Unitarian Universalist congregation. This is a sermon that Paul and I have written today in sort of preparation for the congregational information session next Sunday. It's going to come up again in the announcements. But if anybody would like to know how the church is doing and what we're planning to do for the next 6 months, please do plan to come by after church next Sunday. Unitarian Universalists are a community of people who hold many beliefs, many origins, identities, sexualities, and genders. We uphold and celebrate the inherent dignity of every person, which means you are welcome here just the way you are. Love is the power that holds us together as we gather in community to seek life's deeper meanings and to celebrate the diversity of all living things. We are all growing and learning with one another. If you are here for the first time, we bid you a special welcome. After the service, Paul and I, or one of us, will be over there by the table with the white tablecloth to answer any questions you may have about Unitarian Universalism or our congregation, or if you have questions about how to become involved in our community. Just ask. I also encourage you to explore our website, tahomauu.com. At that website, you can sign up for our weekly e-news that includes information about the important and fun events going on in the congregational life and how you can participate. We have some announcements. One, the program council meeting is today at noon downstairs. So if you can stick around for that and you are a member of a committee, please do come. We're going to talk about some IT changes and a couple other things as we look forward to this. I just want to reiterate, I mentioned this briefly last week. It has continued to be an issue this week. There is somebody using not my email account. I have not been hacked, but somebody has taken my name off of our website and is sending emails to people asking them to spend the church's money. I do not do that by email. If I have emailed you asking you to spend the church's money, I have not done that. So please do not. We have a... Yes, and the ascending address does not look like a church email address. So just check. For right now, any email from me, make sure it's from me. You can always text me or email Sean, admin Sean, and they will help. All right. Sean, R.E. Sean.
Just a real quick announcement for those parents of youth group. I will be sending out packets. They should all be coming home with a packet that explains the coldest night of the year walk, how to sign up for it, and it has a permission slip. So please follow up and ask your youth about their packet. Thank you.
And Patty?
My eyes might be able to get bigger, but I'm not really sure how. Sorry about that. I want to thank the church community and all of the people who have visited and purchased art over the course of the last 2 months. Thank you so much. We have made over $150 for the gallery and the church. And we continue to sell art. This exhibit goes through the first of next month. We'll have another show come in at that time. We are bringing in some cabinets from IKEA that are going to go at the back of the sanctuary and in the hallway. I am going to be bringing them probably Monday. I would like some help to help me unload them and start to put them together. This would be really nice. I will be around. This is me. I will be around after the service, and I will be at the committee meeting after church. So please get with me and we'll make arrangements for that. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ed Sheila.
Yeah. The auction's coming soon. You know you'll be so glad. February 14th. Tickets are $10 for early birds, at the door 15. And we have donations trickling in slowly. Next week, we'll start housing your donations downstairs in a locked room if you want to bring them in. So, if you go to the e-news, you can find the auction website. If you go to the church website and look under recent posts, there's a whole bunch of information there about volunteers who get in free and get the free dinner. Other things that you could donate. If you don't have a thing to donate, you may have a service you could offer. Maybe you have a truck and you would donate an hour to haul something for somebody, or maybe you would donate a ride to the airport, or maybe you are an expert on gardening and would donate an hour of your time to help somebody plan their garden. So there's lots of ideas on the church website. So please take a look, and we hope to see you February 14th. Thank you.
All right. Yay, good Lord. I don't touch it. Okay. It's live, I guess. Do we want to move to the hand mic for today? Okay. Fair enough. Hopefully Paul and I can be the same height for the rest of today. All righty. You are invited also to join us for social hour immediately following the service right over there. Those of you who are newer to our community, we have red coffee mugs that also hold more coffee. If you'd like to identify yourself and be approached by our congregants, if you choose a white mug, we will only talk to you the normal amount. If you are someone who would benefit from a large print hymnal or hearing assistance device, they are available at the back of the sanctuary. We want to remind everybody that our services are available through Zoom and posted on YouTube, which means that if you come up front, your image may appear in those venues. As we begin our service in this beautiful place called Tahoma by local indigenous tribes and nations, I acknowledge that we meet today on the land of the Coast Salish people, including the Puyallup tribal nation, land from which they were forcibly displaced. I honor the resiliency of indigenous people and stand with them as they continue to protect their culture, land, and water and fight for their visibility, sovereignty, and very existence. Lastly, please set your electronic devices to worship mode. Let us exhale deeply and settle ourselves into this holy moment of sharing and receiving. And now let us join together in worship. Before I start us with our opening words, I wanted to make an offer to anyone who is new to the congregation or is visiting today for the first time. If you'd like to introduce yourself, we would love to meet you. We are a community, and today's sermon is about community. So I wanted to give everybody an offer. If I can come around with a microphone, if anybody would like to put up their hand. Test. Good.
Hello, I'm Ingrid Holcomb from Maynard, Massachusetts. This is my husband.
I'm Neil Saunders, and we could potentially be moving here to Tacoma, so we thought we'd come and see all you guys.
And our home church is First Parish Stowe in Acton.
Welcome. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Sheila. This is my third time here, but my first time feeling brave enough to speak. And one was virtual, and I'm happy to be here. First time in any congregation in 40 years, so still figuring out what it's about. And this is my daughter.
Hello, I'm Abiana, and thank you for having us today.
Welcome. Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi,
All right, thank you.
this is Shelley, and I'm glad to be able to join in on the online. Thank you.
So our opening words today come from Thomas Merton, a monk. To live in communion, in genuine dialogue with others, is absolutely necessary if one is to remain human. But to live in the midst of others, sharing nothing with them but the common noise and the general distraction, isolates one in the worst way. And now I would like to invite Desi up to light our chalice. I don't think I have ever seen anyone as excited to light the chalice as when I asked Desi. You have to extend it. And if you'll join me in the words on the screen. We light this chalice in deep respect for the mystery and holiness of life, in honor and gratitude for those who have gone before, with love and compassion for those who dwell among us, and with hope and faith for the generation to come. And if you will rise in body or spirit, for number 298, Wake Now My Senses.
With all will
every week. Okay. This is the part where I ask everyone who's brought food donations for the food bank to please hold them up so our youth can gather them as they come up and join me for a story. For those of you new here, this is something we do every week, and it helps our youth become part of our social justice program and live out our values. Okay, I see one more in the back. Oh, Charles. Okay. Today's story is called Anti-Racist Baby. And now it's time to sing us out.
Hello, my name is Naomi. I am your chat chaplain for today. Now is the time when we invite everyone to who is able to give of generously to the community so that we can continue and expand our programs and our outreach to the community. If you're in the congregation here today, you can use the baskets that are going to be passed around. If you're on Zoom or online, you can use the link on our Tahoma UU webpage, and you can even designate where you want your money to go. So please join us. Thank you.
I'd ask that you join with me in the words on the screen as we dedicate the gifts that have been given. We dedicate ourselves and our offerings to the work of this congregation, weaving a tapestry of love we call community, both within and beyond these walls. And now, if you would rise in body or spirit as we sing, Our Heart is in a Holy Place.
Our reading today is from Starhawk. Community means strength. We are all longing to go home to some place we have never been, a place half remembered and half envisioned. We can only catch glimpses of from time to time. Community. Somewhere there are people to whom we can speak with passion without having the words catch in our throats. Somewhere a circle of hands will open to receive us. Eyes will light up as we enter. Voices will celebrate with us whenever we come into our own power. Community means strength that joins our strength to do the work that needs to be done, arms to hold us when we falter, a circle of healing, a circle of friends, someplace where we can be free. All right. So we're going to do this one a little bit differently than we usually do. We are the Tacoma Unitarian Universalist congregation. And last week, Margot talked to us about the grand history of the Unitarian Universalist roots. And this week, the board wanted to pair this sermon with our information session next week on the 25th, right after church. And talk about what we have done in the last few years, and who we are and who we want to be. There have been a lot of changes and we've not always stopped to celebrate our successes. I first set foot in this church on April 9th of 2023. I know that because that is the first day that childcare was available. And 3 years ago, the idea of my son staying up here for the whole service was not realistic. It was also the day that Reverend Linda announced that she would be leaving later that spring. That was 650 days ago. Since then, we have contracted with 2 ministers, employed 5 admins, 2 directors of religious exploration, spent over 3 hours on hold with the IRS, changed accountants, redone the AV system, had someone accidentally crash their car into our stairs, and replaced our windows. Oh, two crashes into the stairs. I'm sorry, I apologize. I was carefully checking all my other numbers. I didn't think to double check the number of car accidents. Apparently our stairs are very attractive. I draw particular attention to the replacing the windows because about 3 weeks ago, after literally months of calling them every week, Admin Sean, got the contractor to come and do the last part of caulking for all of our windows. So thank you, Cindy. All right, well, their intention was good. Yes, thank you. That is the attitude we will take. Their intention is good, and no doubt we will get them to come and caulk those soon. It has taken a village to get us to today. Yes. Oh, and new furnaces.
But none of that is who we are as a congregation. It's loomed large on the minds of the board members, and several pieces of that were very important to specific people. But only a very select few people come to church for the pleasure of running a somewhat oddly organized nonprofit. For the past nearly 3 years, we have been grappling with the challenges of what post-COVID means, like many congregations. And for the first time, we've found a place of stability. It's not a long-term stability yet, and we'll talk more about that next Sunday. But for the first time, the board feels like we have the breathing room to talk about what comes next. But before we start that conversation, we wanted to take a moment and celebrate all the progress our volunteers have helped us achieve. This congregation is doing so much, and we want to celebrate all the wonderful things happening here at church. We can't mention everything that's happened since the church reopened, but we did want to give you some highlights.
So as many of you know, we have a trans relocation program. In the past 3 years, we have helped fund a long-term housing option in Seattle through another organization. We've provided resources for 3 people to move to Washington, and we've provided information and communication with a wide variety of people who are interested in moving to this state. Our safe parking program, which has been going on for longer than the last 3 years, but has served over 150 people. We think coming up on 200 people, if not a little bit more at this point. And safe parking, for those who have not heard of that before, we work with the county to make our parking lot a place for people to stay if they're living in their cars. They can stay overnight in a safe place, and we provide resources for them. We have a choir that is up and running again for the first time in a number of years. They did a wonderful Christmas service. I hope that if you weren't able to be there, you were able to at least see the video of it, but it's a wonderful service that we offered. We have, when I when we came in April of 23, we had to wait, I think it was 7 or 8 months before there was a Pathways class. We're now offering Pathways classes approximately once a quarter-ish. And I believe that there is one coming up relatively soon on the 24th. Somebody make a gesture if I'm totally wrong. Excellent. Wonderful. We have, as a church, participated in 2 protests. I suspect that number will be going up in the coming years. But we have a social justice committee now that is helping us organize to take more direct public action. We did not have a DRE in 2023 when I came on board, and we had a group of very dedicated volunteers who were able to put together a year's worth of RE with a curriculum and a plan, and that was pulled together without any kind of main overarching organization, and it was an amazing thing that we were able to do, and it really helped us as a young family feel appreciated and seen in this church. We, of course, since then have a wonderful DRE, and just in the past 4 months, we now have a youth group because, as it turns out, the tweens are not as interested in the things that fascinate my 7-year-old son. And so we are now able to try and provide some context. We also, for the first time in a while, I don't know the last time before this, but we were able to offer OWL through the congregation this past fall, and I believe we are looking to offer it again relatively soon. And then on the subject of parents and families, we have a parents group that hosted a wonderful Halloween party, and then we had another party for Hanukkah a little bit later last December. So we've done a lot of things in just the past year to bring the community together.
And you already heard that we're getting ready for the auction here soon. But that auction has grown so robust that last year, for the first time, we made enough money in the auction that we actually had to pay to use the software. We didn't qualify as the free amount anymore. So that auction has, through the auction team has been very productive. We also have the Third Friday potlucks that have met over 24 different times, each time talking about a new subject and discussion as they talk and learn with each other. We mentioned the windows. And then, of course, when we had the cars run into the stairs, we had to replace and upgrade the railings. But my personal favorite in terms of being here in the sanctuary is the new HVAC systems that we've got. All of that handled by our building and grounds team. And of course, we've got our coffee and hospitality team. I don't really feel like I need to talk too much about that because that's right over there. We can all see it, and we typically see that every Sunday through the dedicated effort of that team. We've got a library that in the past 2 years has gotten organized. They've got tables cleared off. We've got the books organized. You can actually go in there and use it like a library instead of a large storage closet for miscellaneous things. Again, through the work of our amazing volunteers. Our lay pastoral care team has helped people with food, with transport to doctor's appointments, some medical help. They've done great work for the people in need in our congregation. We've got an art gallery in the back. We have had, I believe, 18 different sets of artwork over the course of the past 3 years. And in the last December, this past Christmas, we had a whole set of them that were designed to be under $75 so that we could, buy them as gifts. And as somebody that is part of the tech committee, we did our AV upgrade with the nice projector here, updates to the cameras, to our systems in the back. We've moved our website into a more robust platform. We migrated our emails along with it. And during the program council meeting today, we'll talk about some of the other things that we've been doing along with those transitions. And our admin, Sean, has reviewed the complete membership list and produced the first accurate list of active congregation members that we've had in a few years.
People sometimes ask what this church does, and we thought it was a good moment to try and enumerate all the things going on around here. This is what we have done coming out of COVID, and as we strove to find our footing. It's easy to miss a lot of what we do since we are doing it at different times and places, and most of it happens outside of our service. It's easy to think of churches as passive. We live in an era where the disjunct between the words of many religions and the actions of their faithful are quite far apart. The center of the service in the largely white Protestant traditions we descend from is a sermon like this one, where the congregation is passive. And there are times when all of us need to be passive. The world outside can be exhausting, more so now than perhaps at other times. And a key role of this congregation is to provide a spiritual home for all of us. And sometimes as a home is a place to hide from the world. But that is not all this congregation is here for.
We are and strive to be a foundation which can support and hold us as we go about changing the world. We strive to be a place that makes our religion more than just words. We're not there yet, and we'll never truly be able to live up to our ideals. But as we begin to see our congregation solidify and stabilize, we hope we can take the next steps. We're a vibrant, active congregation, and then in the next year, we hope the congregation can take the time to think seriously about not just what we are, but what we wish ourselves to be. And what would have to be true for that to happen. Our country is facing challenges it hasn't faced in over 150 years. I can't speak for everyone else, but just when I think I'm able to define a new normal, something new and worse happens. And I think it is very likely that it's going to get worse before it gets better. We'll have to work together as a congregation in the coming years to make connections, to reach out to new allies, to connect ourselves more deeply into the social and political ecosystem of Tacoma and Washington. What is our congregation's role in the work that is coming? What can we do? What can you do? How can we build a foundation here that will support us all in the challenging times ahead, both as we weather this storm and as we start to think about what needs to be done after it? These aren't questions that any one of us can answer alone. It's something that we will have to define together. Our congregation has much to offer the Tacoma community, and we think we're finally ready to start.
We try to set an intention after the sermon each week. And I think what we would like everyone to go with today is to think about as this congregation starts to look at itself, to think about what its mission is and about what its purpose is and what we're going to be in the future, what is it that you want it to be? What is it that the congregation that you want to make? I often routinely misspeak and say Tacoma Unitarian Universalist Church, not congregation. And I think that's a mistake that is, it's not just words. It is something that we need to constantly remember, that we are not a building in the middle of Tacoma. We are a group of people working together to make TUUC what it is. And this is, we are going to try and take that seriously and bring people's minds together so that we can really define this church in a way that it hasn't, I think, had a chance to look at itself for a number of years. And I think there's also been enough change in the past few years that it is time for us to look at ourselves again. So there will be more on this. This is the beginning, not the end, but we wanted to ask you to think about what it is that you want a church to be, a congregation to be. See, there. All righty. What is up next? If you could rise in body or spirit for number 1064, Blue Boat Home, and that's the teal hymnal.
Standing on these mountains, far away from
Our closing words today come from Libby D. Stoddard, a Unitarian Universalist minister. We gather together. We gather together. Familiar words to many of us. We, called here not by name, not by special invitation, but we who are here, who, walking by the door, come in, who come anonymously, burdened and borne by our visions, yearning, despairs, and solitudes. Gather, called here not by law, not by outer compulsion, but by inward necessity do we come, alone or with others, casual yet intent, drawing in, drawing toward, drawing near. Together. This is the hardest, the most difficult thing. For within and without this building and this room, we irk, frustrate, and anger each other at least as often as we lend or give support. Together is a place. Together is a way. Together is a focus. An acknowledgement that we who gather are seekers and are equal in our seeking. And if you will join me in the words on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. And if you will rise in body or spirit for our closing blessing song,